Alright guys, thank you for tuning into the channel and welcome to the video. Let's take a look at the latest gaming and PlayStation news, rumours and leaks. The upcoming PS5 Pro has been generating a lot of buzz with core PlayStation gamers and with those that have managed to test out some of the games on the system, particularly amongst the developers eager to harness the power of the PS5. One such developer, Martin Griffith, who's an engine programmer at Hello Games, and that's the studio behind No Man's Sky, he shared his excitement for the new console. According to Griffiths, the PS5 Pro absolutely rocks. Sony officially announced the high-end version of the PS5 during the recent showcase hosted by Mark Cerny, their lead architect. While there has been some debate over its higher price point, developers are clearly enthusiastic about what the console can offer in terms of performance and capabilities. Griffiths, for example, posted a visually stunning screenshot from No Man's Sky to express his excitement for the new PS5 Pro console. Although did not reveal specific details about the enhancements the game might receive on the Pro, no doubt it sounds like there's going to be some kind of enhancement for No Man's Sky. His post on X, formerly Twitter, suggests that the developers who have worked across various generations of PlayStation hardware are particularly impressed with the leap in power of the PS5 Pro. The console is set to release on November the 7th and pre-orders have already opened through PlayStation Direct, with other retailers expected to follow soon. As more developers like Griffiths start to work on the PS5 Pro, we can expect to see games pushing the boundaries of performance and visual fidelity like never before on consoles. Let's move on. In a recent interview with New York Times, the creative director behind Ghosts of Yotei, Jason Connell, revealed exciting new details about the highly anticipated sequel to Ghosts of Tsushima. One of the key changes players can look forward to is a significantly less repetitive open world experience. Now this sounds very exciting. Connell acknowledged the challenge of creating engaging content in vast open world environments, explaining that his team has worked hard to balance this by crafting unique, varied experiences throughout the game. First announced during Sony's September State of Play, Ghosts of Yotei is confirmed for a 2025 release exclusively on the PS5. The team builds on the rich narrative and immersive world that made Ghosts of Tsushima a superb success, and it's clear that developer Sucker Punch is pushing to innovate within the open world genre. Connell also hinted at the broader future of the Ghost series, revealing that Sucker Punch has plans for not only a movie adaptation but also potential spin-offs, cementing Ghosts of Tsushima as the first chapter in what could be a long-running franchise. Interestingly, former Sony executive Sean Layden recently addressed criticism from some corners of the internet regarding Ghosts of Yotei's female protagonist. Layden's response was simple and direct, encouraging critics who are unhappy with the direction of the gameplay to simply not buy the game. This signals a commitment to creative choices that prioritize diversity and storytelling above catering to naysayers. Even though Ghost of Tsushima was a brilliant game, there were elements I felt which were quite repetitive within the game, as they are with most games, but especially when clearing out some of the encampments. It would be good to see lots of different varieties of enemies, the number of enemies, different styles of encampments, and various ways to approach certain aspects of the game for Ghosts of Yotei. I'm glad that this has been acknowledged by the creative director about the game. Regardless, I'm really looking forward to diving back into this world, albeit it's going to be a few hundred years later from Jin Sakai's story. Okay guys, let's move on. CI Games has confirmed that a sequel to Lords of the Fallen is officially in development at their Hexworks Studios. The announcement was made through a financial report which provided exciting details about the future of the franchise. Now, according to the report, the next installment will include enhanced gameplay, a more commercially appealing art style, and stronger narrative. The sequel is set to feature shared progression, allowing players to seamlessly move between cooperative multiplayer and single-player campaigns, and it's also slated for release in 2026. The upcoming Lords of the Fallen sequel aims to build on the foundation laid by the previous entries in the series, including the 2014 original and last year's successful follow-up. The report also highlights elevated production values, suggesting that CI Games is aiming for a higher level of polish and detail within this project. In addition to Lords of the Fallen, CI Games has also got two other projects in the pipeline. The first is the next entry in the Sniper Ghost Warrior series, set for release in 2027, so that's 1 year after the sequel to Lords of the Fallen, and the second game is an action RPG titled Project H, which is being developed by Underdog Studio. This ambitious slate of projects demonstrates CI Games' continued focus on their expanding portfolio, delivering high quality quality games and experiences. A 2026 release for the sequel to The Lords of the Fallen. That is a quick turnaround, but still excited to hear the sequel is in the works and it's only a couple of years away. Okay, let's move on, guys. I discussed in my video yesterday about the pressure Ubisoft is under to ensure Assassin's Creed Shadows is a successful game. If it fails or doesn't live up to expectations, that could be it for Ubisoft. Another reason why the publisher is under so much pressure is that another one of their games released earlier this year completely failed to live up to expectations, according to reports. Star Wars Outlaws was expected to sell millions of copies. Now, selling a million copy of any game is not too bad. It's an achievement, right? It's a huge achievement if you're a smaller studio. However, when it comes to massive franchises like Star Wars, that figure may not be quite as impressive. Reports suggest Ubisoft's latest open world venture, Star Wars Outlaws, may not have met the company's high sales expectations. According to Insider Gaming, sources close to the project indicate the game sales numbers in the first month have fallen way short of what Ubisoft had hoped for. While the exact expectations remain unclear, the Star Wars brand typically carries a high commercial pressure, especially given its broad fan base and Disney's involvement in the game too, or within the brand at least. For comparison, games like Far Cry 5 and The Division earned Ubisoft hundreds of millions of dollars within their first week of sale, making Outlaws' performance of around $70 million in its first month appear relatively lackluster. In fact, that's pathetic in comparison, right? This has reportedly contributed to delays in other Ubisoft projects, most notably Assassin's Creed Shadow, which was originally scheduled to launch in 2024, which has obviously been pushed to 2025. Ubisoft is no stranger to commercial hits, but the underwhelming reception of Star Wars Outlaws raises questions about what the hell went wrong. Was it the gameplay? Was it the story? Was it competition in the marketplace? Whatever the cause, it's clear that the game hasn't captured the same level of excitement as some of Ubisoft's previous releases. That said, there is still time for the company to turn this around, give it some updates, get some expansions out in the work on player feedback right from gamers, and then make those critical changes, revitalizing the game's appeal. Whether Outlaws can recover and meet its long-term potential remains to be seen, but Ubisoft will surely be scrutinizing every aspect of its launch in hopes that it will be improving its future releases. I really hope they can turn it around and improve Star Wars Outlaws with a patch update or several updates and perhaps some new free content too, and spend as much time as possible on Assassin's Creed Shadows to ensure it delivers a great experience, even if it means it's not going to be ready for the February 2025 release and they have to push it back even further. I'd rather play a delayed game and have a fantastic experience playing the game than play a game which was delayed once but still has issues. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and I'll catch you on the next video.